How many Americans own a smartphone? As mobile commerce sales continue to climb, it's clear that smartphones are one of the finest methods for e-commerce businesses to connect with customers. But before you start drafting up your mobile marketing strategy, you need to grasp a few important facts about smartphone use. Included in this is the query: how many people in the United States own a smartphone? In the United States, how many people have smartphones? The number of Americans who possess smartphones has steadily increased over the last decade, according to the most recent U.S. mobile phone ownership data. In 2011, just 31% of Americans had a smartphone. Fewer than 1 in 3 Americans had a smartphone at the time of this survey. Today, that figure stands at a whopping 88%. Although smartphone ownership has increased, the rate of growth has slowed recently, according to these figures. At an average annual growth rate of 20.18%, the number of smartphones in the United States rose from 2012 to 2016. By 2021, the growth rate was expected to be 2.99%, down from 3.0% in 2017. In 2012, the proportion of Americans owning cell phones jumped from 31% to 44%, the highest year-over-year growth in the last decade. There was a 1 percentage point increase from 84 to 85% between 2020 and 2021. In the United States, the high mobile internet connection speeds offered by the country's mobile service providers are a major factor in the rise in smartphone use. Mobile internet connection speeds in the United States average at 88.08 megabits per second, which is much higher than the global average of 55.34 megabits per second, according to the most recent statistics. Depending on the service provider, connection speeds might also differ. T-Mobile has the fastest average download speed of 54.13 megabits per second in the second quarter of 2021, according to the latest data. The demographics of smartphone use in the United States. The younger the age group, the more likely they are to own a smartphone in the United States. In fact, 96% of Americans aged 18 to 29 and 95% of Americans aged 30 to 49 possess a smartphone. There is a gradual drop in this number as we age. Between the ages of 50 and 64, 83% of U.S. individuals possess cell phones, whereas this number drops to 61% for those 65 and older. In the United States, computers and the Internet are widely used. In 2021, on April 21, according to new research from the U.S. Census Bureau, computer and Internet usage patterns in 2018 have been examined. Based on American Community Survey, ACS, data, computer and Internet usage in the United States, 2018, investigates trends at the national, state, and county levels. Over the last several decades, the number of people who use computers has skyrocketed. There has also been a rise in the proportion of homes utilizing the Internet over time. Additionally, the Internet has made it easier for us to work from home. For historical background, this article utilizes data from the Current Population Survey and data from the American Community Survey, ACS. Highlights. In 2018, 92% of all homes had at least one sort of computer and 85% had a broadband internet connection. Desktops, laptops, tablets, and smartphones are all considered computers by the ACS, as well as smart home devices and single-board computers. Ownership of smartphones has overtaken that of all other types of computer devices. 84% of families had a smartphone, while 78% had a desktop or laptop computer. Only 63% of the population has a tablet. Computers and Internet subscriptions were more common in urban areas, 93% of urban households compared to 89% of rural households, than in rural areas, 91% of urban households compared to 89% of rural households, 86% of urban households compared to 81% of rural households. Higher levels of family income and educational achievement were associated with higher rates of Internet subscriptions. Households with at least one impaired member had lower membership rates than those who owned their own home, spoke little English, or leased their home. An impressive 53% of all families had high connectivity, which is defined as having at least one computer, laptop or desktop, smartphone or tablet, and high-speed Internet access. Others depended on a mobile phone carrier and connected to the Internet through a smartphone, while others had home-based Internet connections. Only smartphone-dependent families were more likely to earn less than $25,000 per year, be led by someone under the age of 35 years old, or be headed by a Black or Hispanic householder. The data in this study are susceptible to sampling and non-sampling errors. Unless otherwise stated, comparisons of estimates take sampling error into account and are significant at the 95% confidence level or above. Some numbers may not add up to the total because of rounding. See the accuracy of the data publications for 2019 for details on sampling and estimate methodologies, confidentiality protection, and sampling/non-sampling mistakes.